Weekly Creative Update.
Welcome to the show, another week in the books. Your favorite YouTuber is back. I'm here and you are there, let's go, 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 go. Carl makes Sundays great again.
Hello, and welcome to the show. Welcome to yet another episode of Weekly Creative Update. I think this is episode number 83 or 84. We're closing up at episode number 100. And I'm your host of this show. I am an artist, and on this show, I share my experience. I share what I've been doing the last week, what creative endeavors I have been through. And I am always doing a sort of a little introduction to these videos, and I would say that I am a floating artist. That is a little thing I have been talking about for a while. A floating artist, you want to know why you're sitting there. What is even a floating artist? I've never heard of that. That's some crazy stuff. And that is, I'm saying that because I work with what I feel like. Some days I might build a shelf. Another day I might do a painting, a ceramic sculpture, or whatever you will say. So I do what I feel like. I float in between the mediums, and I don't think that there should be any boundaries. I'm working against boundaries in the art world. I think there's a lot of boundaries between all the different kind of, for example, graphic designers, or you're a furniture designer, you're an architect, you're a painter, you're a sculptor, you're so on and so on. And I want to dissolve those edges in between, or those borders, or whatever you call them. I don't think there should be any kind of those things, because I think it should be free and open, and you can explore yourself in whatever way you want to. So don't limit yourself, because there are no limits in this world. But that was it for the introduction. Let's get into it. What have I been working on this last week? What have I actually been working on this last week? Do I even know that myself? I know that, and I'm gonna say it to you guys right now. I'm working on the exhibition Stacking High. The exhibition Stacking High is coming up here on Friday now, so it's only 5 days until there's a vernissage on that. I have some small things to fix, but that's for you guys who hasn't been following along the journey of me, Carl Fredrik Emmerich. It's a towering project. It takes its origin in Bologna, a town in Italy where there's old towers, a lot of old towers. I went there, I did a study of those, so now I've built 2 towers. I'm gonna exhibit them. It's sort of a collage project. It has been fun, but this week I've actually have them here, laying here. I have not prepared. You know, I'm not one of those guys at a professional cooking show, but I have made some scrap pieces from the towers that I made. I have some scrap wooden pieces, and I created some fun little smaller collage piece works that I will be putting up on a wall there. And there is no hanging construction on these right now, so that I have to figure out this week. So there are a lot of these small kind of things for this vernissage coming up now, but pretty much all of the work is done. I have to fix some things in between the towers. I'm gonna have like a clock ringing bell sort of thing that I'm gonna be doing. So I showed you last week, but I can show you again. Improvising. I have 2 of these. I will put them on the top of the towers, and here I will have to put some rope or thread in between, and we will figure it out. That can be a continuing on thing until the next week. Then I can show you the clock, and I can show you a video where I ring in the tower clock, and I will show you a lot more pictures from there. That will be fun. We're working on that. Then I have been working on a little shelf for an exhibition coming up in Stockholm. This exhibition takes its inspiration from old shelves that is called tablets. Tablet in Swedish, I think. I don't know if there's an English name, but those are kind of like these decorative shelves you had back in the day when you only like maybe had one book. You had a holy book, you had a religious book, you had some sort of fun book. I don't know if those were fun, but you didn't have that many books. Then the books you had, you put on that shelf. And the only holy book for me, it's the sketchbook. Have a lot of these guys, so I made this shelf for the exhibition inspired by those. And here are some pictures. Hopefully there are some good, but it's not done, but I'm working on it. But it's pretty much done. I've been working hard on that this week. Been in the workshop for 3 or 4 days, just grinding, and that's what I love. And that has been fun. That's been fun. So I'm really pleased with the result of this one. It's gonna be awesome. And I haven't been that displeased with something in a long time, which feels really good. And that will be nice. First exhibition in the capital of Sweden, which will be also fun in February to March. Vernissage. There's going to be a vernissage there in Stockholm, 20th of February. So that will be nice at the place called Kramhaven, I think it is. So if any one of you are in Stockholm, want to go there, want to say hello, shake my hand, we can make that happen. That could be fun. So that is another thing. And the third thing is the drawing thing that I've been talking about. I haven't been drawing that much, and I want to get into more of the drawing kind of thing because I want to apply for the Thinking Hand now, a drawing competition in Sweden. We're gonna hand in 5 drawings. I made 1 drawing. I made it last night, a little small A4 drawing, just scribbling. It was fun. But I want to get into that more, and I need to find a way. I sat last night and thought about it. How can I get into drawing more? Because I like drawing, but it's not my building, and physical objects are more of my cup of tea right now. But I want to get into drawing more, and I think I can really develop there. But I think I can really start to enjoy it if I find a way, if I find a process. I have been starting to find my sort of process in the drawing now, and a bit with collaging and a bit with tapes on these last drawings. I have been cutting them up and been using some sort of just really rough with some yellow tape putting up there. But I want to figure that out, how I can make it more available to me. Maybe have the pencils lie on the table, having some putting up every night, putting up a new sheet of paper or something. I have to figure out the system for that because I want to get into it more. And that is something that I want to do. But at least for now, I will have done 5 drawings is the goal. 5 drawings done by the end of January, because then it's a handing for that. So I haven't really been working on that, but I have been doing 1 drawing, as I said. Reminders to self that I need to find a way to make more drawings. But on to the next thing, and the next thing is the self-promotion part. Some of you might sit there at home and think, this is boring. What is talking about? What is even talking about? Self-promotion. I came here for the arts, but self-promotion is a part of the art. Everything is a part of everything, because everything in life is art, and everything you can make it. You can see it as, oh, this is self-promotion, this is boring, this is those kind of business kind of stuff. But you can see it also as, this is a part of his art, this is a part of my art, this is a part of everything. So let's get into it. It's the newsletter, the monthly creative update. If you like this show, you would probably like that newsletter as well, because it's similar to this, but it's other fun stuff as well. So I'm having right now, I think, around 150 subscribers there, and we are having a lovely little community, and people seems to enjoy it. And it's not so spammy, because it's only once a month with some updates there. So go in there, sign up for it. It's really, really lovely, and I'm doing giveaways every send out. I'm doing a giveaway to a lovely subscriber, and that subscriber can be you, or you, or you, or you, or you. So you can get some artwork from me. I'm setting out some artwork there. So go do that. Sign up for it. And now to the next thing. In the next thing, we're gonna keep it quick. It's the creative call with Carl and Company. It's a call session with me and 4 or 5 other people's creatives. We have some sign-ups already for the first session that is coming up in February. So if you want to connect with like-minded people, talk about arts, talk about the creative endeavors, journeys that you're on, and sharing experience, sign up for it. I think that can be cool. I think that can be fun thing to do. So do that if you feel like it. It would be really nice to have a little group sit and chatting here in the month of February coming up, once a month for a month. So I think there's 4 or 5 sessions gonna be held there, so to speak. Do it. But now let's move on to the weekly question. This episode is going fast and we're loving it. It's flying fast. People have been saying, some have been saying, oh, keep your episodes longer because we don't think they're long enough. Some people say, keep your episodes shorter because we can't be bothered sitting and hearing you talking for so long. So someone had been saying to me, I watch your episode in 2 times in speed. Yeah, you can do that if you want to, but I think I talk pretty fast. Or do you think that I talk pretty slow? Comment down below. But now let's get into it. The weekly question. And who is the weekly question from this week? I don't even bring up my phone. Why don't you bring up your phone and look at who sent in the picture? I know it. Because no one has sent in the picture. Or not a picture, but a question. No one has sent in a question this week. What is going on, guys? Are you even out there? Are you alive? Do I need to wake you up? I will pull the blanket off you and I will say to you, send in a question for next week. But there is no pressure to do it. Only if you have a good question or a bad question or a mediocre question, send it in on what you're curious about. And I will answer it. But for now, I will answer a question from myself. And that is, what is even the question is going to be? I have not figured this out. But I like improvising. This show is improvised, guys. Did you know? Some of you, or most of you might know that. But for you guys who are new here, this is a time for me every week here on Sundays to put on the camera, and when I put on the recording button, there is no editing, there is no cuts. I do this in one take, and that's why I'm loving it, because then I have to be present. There is a time for me in the week, and it's Sundays when I put on the record button to be present here in the moment with you guys, with myself, sitting and talking with a microphone, trying to be in my head. And sometimes I get these moments when my vision and my head is really clear, and that feels really, really good, and I can just be talking and shouting on. And that's where the improvisation that's where we get back to the improvisation of things. So Carl, let's ask a question to you. What is the question even gonna be? I'm gonna ask myself a question about what have you even talked about here lately? Can we talk about something fun? Carl, why aren't you filming that much during your process, but only having this talking session and showing pictures? Would be fun to see more behind the scenes and when you're working. Oh, thank you for that question, Carl. That's a lovely question. That's because I have not really found that good of a way to do it. I have done some vlogs. I have been at residencies. I have showed my process there. One in Sweden in the high coast, and one in Barcelona, I was gonna say, but 2 hours north of Barcelona, up in the mountains, up in the Pyrenees, near Andorra. I have done some process videos, and I've also done some process videos when I worked on some exhibitions and stuff on the channel. But I find it hard to be present and be working while filming, because there is 2 things to think about: recording and being present in the work, and going back and forth. So that can be a hard balance, but I think I will try to film more, and I will try to put out 1 video every month where I just have a little where I carry my small camera around, which I bought for 100 crowns, Danish crowns, when I lived in Copenhagen. I bought it off a second-hand site, sort of like eBay, but not eBay, but sort of like Craigslist in Denmark. DBA, Den blåa vis online. Then I bought it there, and it's a camera from maybe 2010 or something. So that can be some cool quality, crazy stuff going on. But I think I will do that, and I have this little stand. Let's see. I will move away here, but I will keep talking. That's what I have. No. I could not open the drawer. This is some behind the scenes because the drawer got destroyed. So I have to fix that later on. And I have to see if I can find the things that I was talking about. Yes, we have them here. We have them in the special hands. The magical hands of me. Here is the thing that I will try to film on. The little stand. This is a stand from a guy that went in my architecture class. This was a guy, I don't think he will be watching these videos, but if you're, hi to you, Rasmus. This is a guy, Rasmus. He was 10 years older than everyone else. And he had kids when we started the architecture school, and we were doing a filming project. And then he had brought this one because he was in my group. And then he was only there like one day, and then he left. And then he didn't ever come back to school, so I haven't seen him since. So I still have this. This is actually Rasmus, and he lived on a boat. He was a special character, Rasmus. He didn't show up that much, but he was a nice guy. And now I have his little tripod, Rasmus. If you see this, if you want it back, I can give it back to you if you want to. But right now I'm gonna use it. And this is the camera I was talking about. Really small, compact, super zoom camera. Put this on here, bring it to the workshop, bring it wherever I go, really, and just film, because I want to start capturing things and make it easy for myself. So that I also will have to push forward, and I think I can record a lot on that. Just having a nice memory card on it and process, showing more of the process behind the scenes, showing maybe a month in the life working or something like that. So I will get into that, but I have to find the process. Don't want it to take it up much more energy because I want to focus on the working. The working is the main priority. So that was a nice question, actually. So hopefully that answered it in any way. And now for the last part. And the last part is the wise words. And this is going to be a sort of a repetition. I have said this before, but important stuff can be said again. I wrote something down here the other day. It was actually yesterday. I wrote this down in the app where I keep my notes, where I have a special folder for weekly creative update. And the wise words I said here: when making art, first create, then reflect. And I think this is important. This is an important reminder, because you cannot sit and think about things before you make stuff. I think you just have to, or at least for me, you have to be intuitive. You have to just get to it. Don't think that much. Don't think at all. Try to don't think, and that is the hard part, because we think all of the time. So try to not think and try to just do. Do the stuff that come out. Let the creativity force flow through your body, through your hands, and into the making of things. When you do that, the body itself, the creative force within yourself, it has something to tell. It has something to tell you. It has something to tell others, but you just don't know it in the present moment when you're doing it. Only the body and the unknown is knowing what you're doing. The mysterious creative force are knowing what it is doing, and your assignment later on is to go in and reflect about it and think about it. What is this? What is it standing for? Because it's something that came out of me, and I think it's trying to tell something. And I think often a lot of people can get stuck in this overthinking and procrastinating over things because they don't know what they're gonna do, because they don't know exactly the concept of it, or they don't know exactly how it's gonna turn out. But for those guys of you, don't do that. I'm telling you, I'm demanding you to not do that, because turn the thinking off, and just start to do. Just start to create, and then you will reflect afterwards. I think that is. I think people want to have the answers before they're doing it, and we don't. For this example, I have for the towering project now that I'm going to present on Friday here, and it's going to be running for a month. It's actually not in a gallery. It's in an architecture office space, and that's kind of nice because it's a project between the field of art and architecture. So that's a nice fit. But then a lot of people there is coming by. They want to know about the project, and I'm not gonna tell them because I don't know myself. I don't know myself yet. I have not sat down and started to reflect on the project. I only know that I've gotten some inspiration from Bologna, from the towers there, and then I just made something about that, or relating to it in some sort of way, or I took inspiration from there and created my own towers. But I don't know what it means, and I don't really want to know now. Maybe in the future I will sit down and I will analyze it, I will reflect about it, but I don't know now. So for those people, I'm going to say I don't know. Look at it yourself. What does it make you feel? What do you see? Because I think I want to work. I don't want to have walls of text. I don't want to have text around my work. I want the work to speak for itself. And then I think it's important to just not overthink it and don't reflect about it. Do that if you want to. Do it later. Do it afterwards. Do it when the work is finished. But I haven't done that with this project, and this is just an example of this too. I've just done cool stuff that is coming out of my body, or at least I think it's cool, and that's the most important thing. I don't care what other people think. I just care what I think, and hopefully some of other people can resonate with that. And hopefully it's the same with this show. I'm just doing it for the love of it. I'm doing it because it's fun. And then when it's fun, it is actually enjoyable for other people as well, I think. Because if I'm having fun, other people can be having fun as well. This is an old hammer that I just took up here. Sort of a weird hammer, actually. Don't use it that much. But I don't know why. Sorry here. Now it's been too long. I've been going off track. I've been going off tracks here, getting distracted. I cannot get distracted by a little hammer laying around here. So don't think, just do. Don't think, just do. And if you want to think afterwards. Think afterwards. Just create. Let the juices of the creativity flow through your veins, out in your hands. Look at it with your eyes. And do whatever you want to do, because just do it. That was some brand that said that, but now it's me saying it, and I'm not referring to those. I'm not even sponsored by those guys, but I don't really want to be, because I think though their shoes are too narrow for me, for my feet. But some people said that I have narrow feet, but I don't really like those shoes from that brand, because I've only had one pair of shoes, and those were called Pegasus, and those were not really nice. I like other shoes when running, not those kind of shoes from Just Do It brand. But guys, thank you for me if you have been watching. Have a nice day. Lovely to see you. And guys, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to drop a comment if you want to see another question the next week that is not from me, that is from someone else. That is from a viewer who are interested and curious about life. That is my main goal with my art, to awaken curiosity within people. So if you're curious on something, ask a question. Now guys, I have to do something else. I need to watch Andreas Almgren, a Swedish runner. He's gonna do his first run of the year, and that is gonna be in Valencia, 10K, and the time is gonna start in 15 minutes, so I have to get ready. That's why I did this recording in the morning. It's not even that light in here, but that's how it goes. I have to watch the race now. Have to watch on Speedy. Can he go under 27 minutes in the race? Might do that. Might break the European record. We will see. I think you're saying crossing your fingers in America or other part in the world. Here in Sweden, we say hold our thumbs. I will hold my thumbs and I will hope for the best. Guys, see you in the next one. Signing out.
This is an outro. I love you.